I just like when I'm feeling good and I'm able to take them places. Like yesterday, we were able to go to Great Adventures, and we had never done that before. Not with the kids. We used to do it, when we first got married. We would go there all the time, but just the thought of like taking them and am I going to be able to hang out the whole day or get on rides? It's just daunting. So we would always put it off, put it off. And a couple of weeks ago, I won free tickets to go to Great Adventures, a 4-pack. So I'm like, we have to go. We have to do this. And it turned out great. I just rented a wheelchair, on the motorized scooters, so I was able to get around. I didn't have to do a lot of walking. And it was good. I got on some of the rides with them. And just seeing them happy it's great. I'm going to be working closely with the Lupus Alliance, and we're starting to do workshops that we're going to do in different towns, in Suffolk, Nassau, and in Queens, and just hold them on a regular basis and just educate people about this disease and how they can cope and discuss all different topics, relationships with the doctors and things like that. So that's something that we just started, and we're hoping to actually begin in the beginning of the year. And also we want to expand the lupus line because when we first started we had 10 counselors and now we're down to about 3. So we want to have another training and get more counselors so that we can help more people.
It's sometimes kind of frustrating because she gets really tired and like cranky sometimes, and she can't do some things because of it with us that we want to do with her.
I just feel bad that she can't do some of the stuff that we do and she has to stay home because she feels sick.
I want to let her go back to working and so that she can run a lot, but it's hard because she can't do that stuff anymore.
Do the dishes or wipe down the table, mostly stuff in the kitchen. Yeah, basically just kitchen
And
cleaning.
laundry. You help me
And
with the laundry.
doing the laundry most of the time.
I have a lot of people praying for me, and I really do believe that it helps a lot. I definitely believe in prayer.
They probably shouldn't see it as such a bad thing. Like, it is bad, but it's not something you should get all worked up over. Like, it's not going to affect them too badly, and it's possible to live with.
Like you said, it's not going to be as bad as you think, and it's going to be alright. Like, they're probably going to live through it and nothing that bad's going to happen.
Sometimes I make things for Mom and she feels better when she sees it. And instead of letting them ask you to do something, instead you can do it. Instead of letting them just asking you.
Yes, Alexa is very helpful. She does do stuff around the house without me asking her. And if I'm sick and I don't really feel like coming downstairs to play, she will bring a game up 2 flights in my bed and make me play the game with her. My advice for new moms or anyone that is newly diagnosed with lupus, the first thing I would say is to definitely reach out to other people. The Lupus Alliance is there. They have a ton of information. The people in the office have lupus, so they know what it's like to deal with it. They have different support groups that you can attend. Definitely just to talk to people about it, because I know a lot of people, when they're diagnosed with something, they kind of go into hiding and retreat, and they don't want to let anybody know that they're sick because it's a weakness. There's nothing wrong with talking to people. At one point, we were struggling with our marriage because there was just so much going on, and a friend of mine recommended counseling. And at first I thought, I'm not going to no psychiatrist or psychologist, no. But then we started doing it, and it helped so much. Just once a week or every other week, just talking to somebody who's not a family member, someone who could be neutral.
It's definitely a challenge, and at times it is difficult. But you have to keep a focus on, I think, what's important. And you look around and you see people who might have, and I know I keep coming back to it, but I guess it's unfortunately how society is with looking and just seeing what people have and what they're able to do. But I think as long as you keep people close and make them the priority, that's the most important thing. Take time for yourself, get time away to clear your head. So I think you definitely have to have something that is yours and yours alone, where you can escape to. And there was a time, like you talked about, when things were really stressful, because there had been a death in my family, and Janine had had a kidney biopsy, and she had to stop working, and there was a point where we almost were this close to losing the house. And I would just every Friday basically go out and by myself and watch a movie. Keep things in perspective. Talk to, like she said, counseling. Find someone that you can talk to. Speaking to people who have dealt with loved ones that have the illness. So finding what it is that works for you is, I think, the most important thing.
And you need to find a doctor who believes that there's something wrong, and they'll keep looking and figure out what it is. So
Don't take no for an answer. If you are uncomfortable with what the doctor tells you, everybody's got that little inner voice that tells you when something is going on or something's not right.
mm-hmm.
So trust it. And if you're not comfortable with the first doctor, go see a second.
Or a third. And the same thing with the medications and the treatments. Some treatments work for one person and barely any side effects, and other treatments can make you horribly sick. So you have to be able to speak up and tell your doctor, look, I can't take this pill, it's just making me too sick. It's hurting me more than lupus is. So don't be afraid to speak up to a doctor.